Sawadee Cup, I'm JP Mestanza, and it's Friday, August 4th. Welcome to Phuket Extra, brought to you by pbcphuket.com. The investigation into the early morning shooting in Patong this week is still ongoing, but police in Phuket Sin City have detained 2 people in connection with the incident that left 2 other people in the hospital with gunshot wounds. The shooting was reported originally as having taken place at the intersection of 50P Road and Pechkut Road in the hills of southern Patong at about 4 a.m. on Thursday morning. 2 20-year-old Thai nationals were shot, one in the right leg, the other in his left hand, and both were taken to Patong Hospital. Police in Patong questioned the men, who now say it took place near a rented room on 50P Road, and police now believe 6 people were involved. 2 people have been detained for questioning, a 37-year-old and a 28-year-old, a man and a woman. Police say that they arrived at the scene on a motorbike and that 4 others who were also allegedly involved arrived in a black sedan, and the driver was allegedly identified as Sukanya Saksri, a 26-year-old. According to Patong police, the incident began when another separate person, Pacharadanai King Champa, who so far is not named as a participant in the shooting incident, contacted Sukanya Saksri via Facebook and asked her to pay 3,000 baht, although for what was never disclosed. The group were dissatisfied with this, according to police, and the group went to the rented room where this person lived. And Pacharadanai refused to open the door to them. He instead called his brother, Pantakarn, who arrived with about 7 of his friends. The group entering the room had a firearm, and they threatened Pantakarn's group. They took the brother, Pantakarn, away in their vehicle, and while driving off, the shooter then fired shots at the group, injuring the 2 victims. Police say that the group later let Pantakarn out of the car in front of Vashira Phuket Hospital in Phuket Town. The investigation is ongoing. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. A 5th person has lost their life in a dangerous Phuket surf within this week after a 41-year-old Russian man was pulled from the water at Surin Beach and pronounced dead last Thursday afternoon. The incident took place shortly after 6:30 p.m. as lifeguards pulled Alexander Uniman out of the surf at Surin Beach. He had no pulse once he was back on dry land. Despite lifeguards and rescue workers' best efforts, he was later pronounced dead at Talang Hospital. Officers were told that the man had ignored red flags posted along the beach, marking areas where it's too dangerous to swim. The man's death is not only the 5th drowning death at Phuket's West Coast beaches over the past week, but the 2nd drowning at Surin Beach itself since last Sunday. In the last week, 2 Indian men drowned at Koran Beach on Tuesday. A 44-year-old Thai man's body was found washed up on rocks on Tuesday at Surin Beach after he disappeared amid large waves on Sunday, and a Senegalese man's body was found washed ashore on Sunday after he was pulled into the sea by a strong current at Freedom Beach last Friday. Following the spate of drownings earlier this week, a provincial order was issued on behalf of the Phuket governor on Wednesday, which empowers police, tourist police, and local officials to, quote, support lifeguards when it comes to people ignoring red flags on the beach and ignoring lifeguards' warnings. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Police on the island of Koh Phangan, known for its full moon parties, they're launching an investigation into a harrowing, gruesome discovery that was made by garbage collectors on Thursday, in which they found a human pelvis and human intestines wrapped in bags at the garbage dump. Trash collectors found the body parts while sorting through the garbage at about 12:30 p.m. on Tuesday. The sawed-off pelvis was found in a fertilizer sack, while the intestines were found in a smaller black bag inside the sack. According to the Bangkok Post, the sack had been placed on a concrete-covered area where waste collectors sorted garbage before incineration. Police at the moment believe the victim died within 24 hours of the discovery of the body parts. Police believe at this time that the body is that of a foreign national, as the pelvis weighed 5 kilograms and was about 50 centimeters wide. Authorities are now tracing back where the sack must have originated from as their investigation continues. For more, visit the link in the description.
I was sure that it'll be easier to clear you from my mind. I wish you fall out from the window, take a bad trip to the ground. Ooh. And bring the pleasure, see your pressure just before you break a bone.
Police have learned that the owners of the fireworks warehouse that exploded in Narathiwat province last Saturday, which killed 12 people and injured 121 others, they are hiding out in Malaysia and have not contacted police to turn themselves into authorities. The blast took place last Saturday on July 29th, which not only killed a dozen people, but also damaged nearly 300 homes in the area and completely destroyed 50 homes. Reports say that the two owners, a husband and wife pair identified as 42-year-old Sompong Nakul and 42-year-old Pianuch Pungwidawat, have ties and connections to local power brokers in the southern province of Narathiwat, including politicians whose business, according to a source who spoke with the Bangkok Post, says it involved smuggling fireworks, cigarettes, narcotics, and workers. The source mentioned that back in 2016, they had been arrested for storing and selling 60 tons of fireworks and other flammable materials without a permit. However, the prosecutor did not file the case with the provincial court. Even the national police chief this week had to acknowledge this last part and stated that police are now probing this previous incident in 2016 and see if they even had a legitimate license to transport fireworks into the area. Meanwhile, recovery efforts are now underway in the affected district, with several of the injured victims also having to deal with the loss or damage to their property. Donations are being collected to help support them, and Acting Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha is set to visit the area today. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. A police chase through Katu brought to an end a dangerous driving spree across central Phuket yesterday that began in Chungtalay and resulted in many vehicles being damaged and ended with a Nigerian man arrested for possession of cocaine. Police in Chungtalay say that at about 1:15 p.m. on Thursday, they saw a man driving a gray vehicle driving dangerously, hitting other cars as he made his way along Tepkasatri Road. The man then drove south to the Heroines Monument, made a U-turn back to the monument, and then took the back roads through Kokeo towards Katu, where police there set up a roadblock near Lock Palm Golf Course. But he stopped, turned, and sped off, leading to the police chase. Further up the road, the man lost control of the car, which ended up wedged in a small roadside ditch. The man in the car attempted to flee on foot, but police had him in custody some 300 meters later. Police did not find any illegal substances in the vehicle, but a search of his house in Sri Sutorn turned up at least 8 small pouches of cocaine, though the total amount was not reported. Police later identified the man as 25-year-old George Ananare, who, according to authorities, had an expired passport and had a criminal history of selling cocaine in Chungtalay, Kamala, and Patong. Police did not report whether Ananare was tested to determine whether he was under the influence of any substances at the time of his arrest. He was taken to Chungtalay police station, where he faces several charges. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. The world-famous Maya Bay is once again heading into hibernation and will be closed for 2 months in order for natural rehabilitation to take its course. Current monsoon season and the fact that the bay needs to rehabilitate are the reasons that national park officials are closing Maya Bay from August 1st to September 30th, according to reports. Strong waves during the rainy season make it difficult for boats to dock at Losama Bay, which is within walking distance of Maya Bay, prompting the closure as well. The park, which had previously been threatened with serious environmental degradation before it was closed for 3.5 years due to overcrowding, had welcomed 4,000 people a day upon its reopening. Since last year, park officers have capped the total daily number of visitors to 4,000 and forbade any swimming in the bay to protect the island's sensitive ecology. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Thank you so much for joining us on this Friday edition of Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. Don't forget to let me know what you think of this studio so far. We may or may not make a couple more changes. Either way, drop us a comment down below. We'll see you back on Monday. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to $20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.